Most PC optimizers don't clean your system. They scare you, sell buttons, and quietly break things Windows already manages better. If your PC feels slower, you probably don't need another optimizer. You need one safe tool Windows users ignore. That tool is Microsoft PC Manager. And no, it is not magic fake antivirus or registry cleaner nonsense. It works because it stays close to Windows instead of fighting Windows with aggressive background tweaks and risky cleanup tricks. That difference matters because most optimizer apps promise speed, then pile on services, notifications, and junk you never asked for. Some also push registry cleaning, which sounds advanced but rarely improves performance and can create weird instability over time. Others bundle driver updaters, browser pop-ups, memory boosters, and fake health scores designed to keep you anxious. You think you installed a cleaner, but really you installed another problem sitting on top of Windows. PC Manager takes a safer approach by focusing on simple housekeeping most normal users actually need every week. It gives you quick access to startup app control, storage cleanup, health checks, and process management without fake urgency. Instead of pretending to overclock your laptop with software, it helps remove clutter and reduce waste safely. The first feature worth using is Startup Management, because slow boots usually start with too many background launches. Open startup apps and you'll often find chat tools, launchers, update agents, RGB software, and random vendor utilities. Every one of those can steal boot time, memory, and sometimes CPU cycles before you open your first game. PC Manager makes those startup items easier to review without the usual fear of clicking inside deeper system menus. You still need judgment though, because disabling everything blindly is how people break sync apps and hardware controls. Leave security tools, audio drivers, trackpad software, and anything clearly tied to hardware you actively use. Disable the junk you recognize as optional, especially launchers, promo apps, assistants, and software you rarely touch. That single cleanup often gives a bigger real-world improvement than any so-called RAM booster ever will. The second useful area is storage cleanup, and this is where most bad optimizers become dangerous fast. Shady tools love telling you thousands of errors exist, then mixing harmless cache files with risky deletion suggestions. PC Manager stays much more grounded by highlighting temporary files, recycle bin waste, and common cleanup targets. That means you are less likely to erase something important just because a giant red warning told you to. It also helps surface large files and duplicate-style clutter patterns that quietly eat SSD space over time. Low free storage hurts update behavior, app installs, and sometimes overall smoothness when drives get too full. Especially on smaller laptops, getting space back can improve everyday responsiveness more than people expect. And unlike aggressive third-party cleaners, you are not gambling with random registry entries or shared application files. Another underrated benefit is process management when your system suddenly feels hot, loud, or weirdly sluggish. Instead of guessing, you can quickly spot background apps chewing resources and shut down obvious offenders. This is useful after game launchers misbehave, browsers stack broken tabs, or update tools hang invisibly. It won't replace full Task Manager for advanced users, but it gives normal users a cleaner doorway. That matters because many people avoid fixing problems simply because Windows tools look intimidating at first. The health check feature is also fine, but treat it like a checklist, not a miracle repair engine. It can point you toward cleanup opportunities, default browser issues, and startup load, which is helpful enough. But the real win is convenience with guardrails, not some secret performance algorithm hidden behind one button. That's the core reason I trust this more than classic optimizer apps sold with fake benchmark drama. If a tool needs fear to convince you, it probably doesn't actually improve your PC safely. Now let's talk about what PC Manager does not do, because that's important for expectations. It does not upgrade weak hardware, fix dying SSDs, or turn a low-end laptop into gaming beast. It does not replace malware scanning, driver judgment, Windows updates, or basic common sense maintenance habits either. And it definitely does not mean you should start deleting things daily just because cleanup feels satisfied. Good maintenance is boring, measured, and repeatable, which is exactly why it works better long term. The safest routine is simple. Check startup apps, remove junk files, review storage, and leave Windows alone. Do that consistently, and your system usually stays healthier than machines constantly optimized by random utility packs. If your PC is still slow after that, the cause is often elsewhere, not inside some fake registry error count. You may be dealing with thermal throttling, bad browser habits, ancient hard drives, low RAM, or bloated vendor software. That's also why I prefer tools that help you see the mess instead of pretending to be magic. Because once you understand the actual cause, you stop falling for one-click repair marketing everywhere these days. Let me give you a practical example. A budget gaming laptop boots slowly, stutters, and feels hotter each week. The owner installs an optimizer suite expecting miracles, but startup grows, notifications explode, and background tasks multiply. Now the laptop feels even worse, and the software keeps asking for upgrades to unlock deep optimization. Using PC Manager instead, they trim startup junk, clear temporary waste, and close unnecessary processes safely. Boot time improves, fan noise drops, and the machine feels more predictable without any risky cleanup tricks. That is the kind of improvement you should trust. Small, explainable, and tied to real causes. Real maintenance rarely feels dramatic, but dramatic software is usually the thing making systems worse. Here's another reason this approach wins: reversibility. If you disable a startup app, you can restore it easily. If you nuke registry entries or let some optimizer rewrite system behavior, troubleshooting becomes much uglier. Save tools leave you room to correct mistakes, which matters when you're helping family or less technical users. That makes PC Manager especially good for everyday laptops, office PCs, and casual gaming setups. Advanced users may still prefer Task Manager, Storage Sense Defender, and manual cleanup directly inside Windows. That's completely fine, because PC Manager is not replacing Windows power tools. It is simplifying access safely. And honestly, that may be its biggest value. People use safe tools when safe tools feel convenient. If you want a cleaner PC, stop chasing miracle optimizers and start removing avoidable friction. Use one tool that respects Windows, understand what it changes, and keep your maintenance boring. That is how you get a faster feeling system without gambling your stability for fake performance gains. Follow Red Tech Pro for smarter fixes and subscribe for more no-nonsense PC upgrades that actually help.